Hello and welcome to From Agenda to Action, the City of Ames podcast that helps you understand what is coming up at the Ames City Council dais and why it matters for our community. I'm Bill Gebhart with Communications and Outreach. Ames City Council meets on the second and fourth Tuesday of each month, and this podcast is here to help you get ready for those conversations. Today we're previewing the upcoming City Council meeting scheduled for Tuesday, July 14th at 6 p.m. We'll highlight a few key items from the agenda so you know what to watch for. And as always, I'm joined by Ames Mayor John Haila. Mayor Haila, thank you for being here.
Greetings.
So before we get started, it's something that's been a usual occurrence. We have the Ames Area Metropolitan Planning Organization meeting prior to the City Council meeting.
That is correct.
Don't need to spend a lot of time on it, but at 6 o'clock, it'll be that meeting, and then the council meeting will immediately follow.
That's right.
All right. So if you get here then, make sure that you're aware of that, but we will have that council meeting. So jumping into this agenda, Mayor, I'm seeing on consent some things that we can kind of celebrate.
Agreed. We have a couple of exciting events coming up later this fall.
Okay, so I see it's the Octagon Center for the Arts, the Art Festival, right?
Yes.
What a great time that is.
It is, and every year we celebrate the coming together of so many different artists, and we appreciate the Octagon Center of the Arts for hosting this, and it's for Sunday, September 27th, and every year they need to ask for permission for some street closures and a waiver of cost for electricity and obstruction permits, and also a motion approving blanket vending license for the duration of the event. So we greatly appreciate, again, the Octagon Arts Center for hosting this, and it's a great event and one that is extremely well attended.
Absolutely. I know it's a great event. I see another one on there that my family loves, and that's the Turkey Trot.
Yes.
So that one's coming up too. So that's on consent agenda?
That's correct. On November 26th, again, road closures, so this can happen. Council needs to approve it, and part of the reason why these come up earlier in the year is that that allows the both the Octagon Arts Center as well as the allows those that are sponsoring these events to get the message out to those that are going to participate. And so we're looking forward to those happening later this year.
Absolutely. And they come early to you and to council for those street closures so that planning can happen, because we don't want that waiting to the last minute.
That's correct.
So then one other thing I see on consent agenda that I just wanted to touch on was a resolution designating the police department lobby as the official posting site for City of Ames council meeting agendas and public notices.
That's correct. It's being changed from where it is now.
So, and right now it's just in the front lobby of City Hall.
That's correct.
Right? And so we're going to move it to the police lobby.
Correct. In part because our front lobby is not open 24/7, whereas the police department lobby is always open. That'd be on the north side of the building, and so it'll be posted there, again, for the purpose of making sure that we provide access to the agenda 24/7.
Yeah, and that's a very important thing to note, is that Iowa code requires that we are posting these agendas and public notices in places where people can see them.
That is accurate.
And so moving that to the police station lobby. And so those are the consent agenda items, which may or may not be talked about. That's council's prerogative as to whether they want to pull it and discuss it, but they could all also be passed in one single motion.
That's correct. And it's just we want to make sure we highlight the exciting events that are coming up.
Absolutely.
And the change in terms of where the agenda is being posted.
Yes. For sure. Okay, so let's get on to the regular agenda then. One thing that will be on the topic will be data centers.
That's right.
And so then on June 30th, we actually had an Ames City Council listening session in the auditorium, right? And that's where we were talking about this issue or getting feedback from the public.
That's correct. Council had previously moved to host a unique, first time in my tenure as mayor, special meeting that was dedicated solely to listening to the feedback from those who attended. And we had approximately 425 individuals who came, and we broke into small groups. And because of the number of individuals that did show up, some of the groups were not necessarily quite so small. But our objective was to be able to give every person who attended the opportunity to give feedback, input, ask questions, and all those have been documented. They're written on flip charts, And then we collected approximately 75 handwritten comment sheets. All of that has been posted on our website.
And that is at cityofames.org/data center.
Okay.
So if people want to listen into this one and go see what happened there, that was there. And so all of this is kind of following a pattern, right? So there was a proposal from a company. We had a staff report at the June 23rd meeting, and then we had this listening session on June 30th. And that does lead us to the agenda item here, which is another staff report, right? And a memo from our legal team.
Correct. Council had asked the city attorney for a memo explaining what potential limitations there might be on data centers, which might include a temporary pause on issuing permits or allowing us to look into what different ordinance requirements are. Staff also is providing additional information on data centers. And so this is going to be a conversation between staff and council. There'll be no public input invited on this particular item in light of the fact that we had over a 2-hour and 45-minute long meeting on the 30th. We've gotten a significant number of emails. And so at this point in time, we just want to get an idea of where we might be heading as a community, as a city, and give me some direction to staff on what the next steps might be.
Absolutely. And so there will be a staff report, both from our city attorney as well as other staff for the things that council has asked them to look into.
Correct.
But anyone that comes to the meeting, there won't be public input invited during that section.
That's correct. We believe we had received significant input, and there was a lot of common themes.
Yeah.
And consequently, we have received and continue to receive feedback from the community. And so this would not include public input during this particular meeting.
But as always, if people did have input that they feel like hasn't been shared, they could still email you.
Yes, we encourage people to email us at mayorcouncil@cityofames.org. And we do read every email that is received. Even though all may not be responded to, we are reading and taking consideration the feedback we're being given.
And so once again, mayorcouncil@cityofames.org to email. And if you want to know about the public input that was given at the June 30th meeting, that's cityofames.org/data center. Okay, well, let's move on. I see something that's kind of exciting. It's Ames Fire Station number 2 is on the agenda. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening there?
Yes, thanks to the overwhelming support from our community passing the bond issue last year. We're going to be moving Ames Fire Station number 2 from Welch Avenue over to State. It's in the process of being planned right now by the design team and our staff. And so this is a resolution approving an agreement with a company to provide construction advisor services for Ames Fire Station number 2. They would come in and provide feedback during the design phase as well as during the construction phase of the project.
And that's been a pretty typical way that we've been doing some of these bigger projects recently too.
Yes, we've had a variety of ways that we approach the delivery of construction for the city, everything from design, bid, build to construction management. As advisor, this is a construction advisor services, which is a little bit different, but we're looking for ways to represent the community's and the city's interests in the best way possible. And so we're trying out this particular approach on the Ames Fire Station number 2.
Absolutely. Okay, and so the last thing I wanted to touch on the agenda I saw was something about downtown facade grants. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
That's correct. Twice a year, council receives applications from a downtown facade grants. Those go to staff. They go ahead and evaluate them, looking how they meet with the criteria. And so we have one in the fall and we have one in the spring. And so coming before council is the spring fiscal year 25-26 downtown facade grants. Looking forward to seeing what the different projects are going to be going on and how we can support those.
Yeah, some great projects hopefully coming around, right?
Yes.
So that is just a preview of the 58 items currently on the City Council agenda. So as a reminder to everyone out there, we're working from the agenda as it stands right now. The agenda can be amended up to 24 hours before the meeting, so we encourage you to check out the most current version of the agenda at cityofames.org/citycouncil. The meeting begins on Tuesday, July 14th at 6 p.m. and it's going to start with the AAMPO and then move straight into council. And you can attend in person or you can watch online. Mayor Haila, thank you so much for being here and for sharing some insight on these agenda items with us.
Thank you, Bill.
And Susan will be back next Friday with the mayor to do a recap of what happened at this meeting. We'll see you then.
From Agenda to Action is a City of Ames podcast.